Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. On second down, it's Cohen. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
And it brings up third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And this is good for a first down. His second grab in this NFC Championship bout.
First down, Chicago.
Seven, our score after one. Now a first down throw. Lock. Dixon complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? On first down, it's Lock. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Again, Lock. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Von Miller able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Here's Lock. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Hey, everybody, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Here we go, 46. 58, boys, 58, 58. Here we go, 47.
Prescott down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st down, Elliott. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back.
Anybody a chance to get up there and stop him?
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Forced out to his left. He wants it all for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he is all the way up past the 25.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Cohen. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing his line. He's got Burton here. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Chicago! Trey Burton, 65 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's Pollard. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, 46, 46. 94 is the mark, 94 is the mark. Here we go, let's bring it. Off. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 94 is the mark, 94 is the mark. All you get is a headache. 26.
Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's our time. It's our time. Shift. 49, check 49, check 49. Here we go, go to 54, go to 56.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Big ass. We're going to 52. Watch twist.
Pollard going to try the right side. Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Under. 58, come on. There we go, kill. Come on. You don't want 26.
Third and short yardage. Prescott got his man there complete to Gallup. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
First down, a run with Cohen. And some room to maneuver. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 44 yards. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, 47. There you go. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. 47. 94 is the mark. 26.
Prescott from the gun. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. I'm coming. 26.
To throw is Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. 58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. Coming in. Switch it. Hey. We're going to 54. 1 in.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Go, get out there, get out there. Watch the pass. 94 is the mark. We're going to 54, right here. We're going 47. Watch out. That's it.
And again, it's Prescott. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return, and the Bears take over.
26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Yeah, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. At the 35-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They try again with Cohen. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13. Luck under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Check, walk 54. Hey, back up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
No. Off. We're going to 54. Line in. 10. Here we go. Going to 54. Line in. 58. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Right there. You're trash.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Khalil Mack in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Bang. Check 9. Hey, switch gears. Here we go, 46. Hey, kill.
Prescott. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Slam, slam, slam. Check your hot read. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Here we go, 47.
Here's Prescott. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Cooper was the target there. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
40, easy, easy, alert, alert. Hey, quick.
Now Love. His throw incomplete. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Play action. It's locked. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Here we go. All right, hey.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Tight dog, tight dog. Here we go. Go to 54, go to 54. All right, hey. Mike, 58 for Mike.
Get that quarterback.
Hey, kill. 26.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 10th carry now for Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. This is Elliott. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Even. Fourth down. Even.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Alert 3. Alert 3.
Now Prescott finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Check out. What we got?
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and, yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well.
Check out. Ready. One day. Get that ball.
On first down, Jacobs. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night as the Bears push further out in front. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Elliott on first down, going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Here we go, 46. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Try. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Now a desperation throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 16. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with his second touchdown of the night as the Bears push further out in front. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
All day. There we go, kill. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Hey, pick your game up. 58.
Prescott to throw it. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Khalil Mack make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Here we go again. 94.
Throwing, Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
Nope.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they